evening, everyone, and welcome to BIMP on the Spot. As always, I'm your host, Taj, reminding you to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you tuning in tonight faithfully every week. A lot goes into this. We appreciate all of you guys' support, continued support, not only for this channel, but for our other channel, T-shirts and Tea Tuesdays, our sister show over there. Now, as you guys may have noticed, you probably showed up on Tuesday for a particular episode, but unfortunately, some unforeseen events happened. But don't worry. We have a great guest that is going to be coming on at some time soon. Her name is Jane. Her name is Jade. Jade Johnson. She's the owner of Jade's Beautiful Bows. She's only 7. She's a 7-year-old kidpreneur, right? So she's doing her thing. As you know, we always have amazing guests on that show. She's going to come in and she's going to drop some tea for us. At some point in time in the future, I know a lot of you are looking forward to that. No worries, it's still going to happen. In fact, we have a short preview for you. So let's go ahead and grab that really quickly. Let's go ahead and run that. That is what you are. Golden star. You get to make my wish come true. That's right. That is our spotlight business owner for our future episode of T-shirts and Tea Tuesdays, Jade Johnson, the owner of Jade's Beautiful Bows. Make sure that you tune into that episode. I promise you it's going to be a good one. You do not want to miss it. But as for tonight, you guys are here tuning into this episode, so you're probably wondering what we have in store for you all. Tonight, we're going to be interviewing my brother, TARIK Cooper, TSU student, right? Student athlete, or should I say, and future 2023 pro prospect, Texas Southern University linebacker TARIK Cooper. I'm excited for it. I know you guys are excited for it. We've been waiting for it. We had some technical difficulties last week getting them on, but don't worry. We made it happen this week, all right? So without any further ado, let's get it.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price.
One of the most underrated swag linebackers.
Right.
Just tell me, how does that fuel you for this upcoming season?
It draws me a lot. I don't really pay attention to what outside people say, as long as my team is successful at the end of the day. But, I know what I can be and I know what I'm going to do, so it's going to be a good season. Honestly, you just got to have that dog in you, man. It's just got to be something. You got to be aggressive. You got to be passionate about it. You got to put a whole bunch of time and effort into it. There ain't nothing you can just step on the field and just say, hey, I'm about to go do it. It's way past just knowing the defense. So, yeah, it takes a lot of X's and O's throughout the day and the weight room. So, it takes a whole bunch. It takes the whole 9 to be a linebacker. He's a tremendous coach. I can't even put words together to say what type of coach he is. He finds ways, ins and out the defense to do our responsibility, but to go ahead and manipulate what we're doing to make a play. Always getting to the ball. So we should be to the ball 85% of the time, you feel me? So he big on tackles, getting the ball on the ground, turnovers. He just like playmaking. So that rubs off on us. He did it before, so yeah. Man, just week to week, playing with these guys every day. I'm just enjoying it day by day because, it's my last college season. If God bless me to go to the next level, then that's great. But I'm just enjoying these guys that I'm on the field with right now so we can have a great season, hopefully win the SWAC, which we got a great chance of doing it.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to the boys!
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price.
Cool. Welcome to the show, man.
What's up, man? Hello?
Sounds coming through. Ben, welcome to the show, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah. It's connected.
For some reason, my camera's not acting right. This is interesting. One moment, everyone. One moment. All right, we should be good.
All right, that's
Everyone
better.
can see and hear me? All right, that's interesting. This has been happening over the last couple of weeks. I don't know why it is that because we did the test run before the show actually started,
Right.
and everything works fine. But the second we go live, it seems like the devil want to get busy.
Yeah,
But it's all
let's
good.
get
We're here
active,
now.
man.
It's always when showtime happens, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on the show. Welcome to Bimp on the Spot, Coop. How you doing, man?
Oh yeah, man, for sure. Thank you for having me. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm blessed. Blessed and highly favored. I can't ask for too much more. Got life, breath, and food in my stomach, so I'm solid.
For sure, man.
So, man, we're gonna jump right into it. First thing I want to ask you, what was it like your upbringing, where you come from? How did when did football start for you? Is there any other sports that you prefer to football? Just go through it all, man.
All football players like to think of themselves as hoopers. So, I love me some basketball. So, love my pops, love my moms, had them around, even though they were separated. It was cool. Didn't skip a heartbeat with neither one of them. So, got siblings, it's a number of us. Came from Tech City, Texas, born in Galveston, went to Tech City High School, had a good career there. High school was cool, man. Can't really complain. So just coming up, everybody go through, different challenges or whatever, but it's nothing that broke me. It just also made me stronger too. So yeah, I've been blessed my whole life, man. I had a good foundation behind me.
Absolutely, man. That's all you can really ask for. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of times, a lot of people don't even have that foundation, but when you got that rock, it makes it really easy to build. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely. So for you, now we know you went to TSU, right? How did that come out? What was the recruiting process for you? Because I went through the recruiting process. It's a lot different for different people. What was it like for you?
So I had a bunch of ups and downs with my recruiting process, especially coming out of high school. I was a freshman on varsity. Everything was going well. After my freshman year, decided I wanted to be a hooper. Broke my leg. Uh, so I had a bunch of notoriety coming around the school, and then they see somebody injured. That kind of shot them away. So came back senior year, ended up getting hurt again. So a bunch of recruits ended up leaving my senior year, which only left me with a junior college offer to blend. So I went to Blend Junior College right out of high school. So with my recruitment there, it was little to none at first. Redshirted my first year. Then I became a starter, and then got injured again at Blend, man. So it was just like hard times. So it's just more obstacles I had to overcome, but eventually ended up overcoming them. Walked on to TSU first semester, got a scholarship. I did everything they asked me to and some. Became the leader of the team. Actually changed the program around a bunch. They was, it wasn't the best at first, but we got the hang of it. Got guys on board, and the coaching staff was great. The new coaching staff was great. That was there when I came to TSU. So that played a big part of it. We had good teammates all around, and just needed a leader. I became that.
Now, a lot of people. What made you want to go to a HBCU? How much did you know about HBCUs
Man, zero.
before you went
Because
to TSU?
I knew zero about HBCUs. I'm not gonna lie to you. My whole high school career, it was PWIs. We want to go to the Alabamas. We want to go to the Clemsons, and and I knew nothing about it. So whenever I had the last chance to go to TSU, I was like, man, is this really D1? Because the media don't advertise HBCUs as they do PWIs, but man, ever since I got on campus, it's been a blessing. I mean, just being in the middle of Houston too, like opportunity is everywhere, like literally. And so it's easy to get sidetracked with you being in Houston, but it's also great opportunities everywhere, and that's all I found since I've been here.
And a lot of people, we when we think about HBCUs, people who know about them, they talk about the energy that you get, like that kind of energy that you get when you walk on campus. How real is that?
Man, you feel like you home. You see a bunch of people who look like you. It's comfortable. It's just a beautiful sight. Of course, it's like everybody. It's not too many places I go around here where I haven't seen the face. Not saying I know everybody's name, not saying everybody know me, but it's familiar faces everywhere. You got down to earth people. I mean, of course, you got some people that's kind of negative, but that's everywhere. But it's really homey. Like especially during football games, that's the best time to be around. Our band go hard. It's just the school spirit is crazy.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought of it like a bad thing when Shannon Sharp said that his first choice was an HBCU. But I mean, the thing is like even back then, nobody really knew that. Nobody's really being educated on HBCUs the same way that we're really seeing PWIs. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, with the NIL and different things like that, it makes it more difficult for HBCUs to be seen.
Right.
So on a particular note, you're playing SWAC football. In fact, you were the SWAC preseason. You were actually the SWAC preseason player of the year, I believe. You're a first team all SWAC for the preseason at one point, right? So like, what was the difference? Because I'm pretty sure you were there before Deion's arrival, right?
Right.
And you were there after. What was the difference? Like when you guys found out that this happened, right? What was the difference?
It definitely brought a bunch of attention because I mean, like, to me, he the best player to ever play. Now coaching wise, of course, I had to play against him, so I feel a little bit different about that.
Yeah.
But him playing, you can't take away anything he done for the game. He's definitely a game changer. Just talented. When you watch his film, it's just like, dang, like is this real? so
he's an alien.
Yeah. So it definitely brought a whole bunch of notoriety towards HBCUs, and the biggest difference I can see is just television time. You can see more players wanting to come to HBCUs, but it's hard. I'm not going to get too much in depth into it because I have little knowledge, but I do know that the funding is low. So it's you're not going to get 5-star players everywhere, But of course, I would want to go play for Deion. Anybody would. But it definitely opened doors for HBCUs to recruit better players and have a bigger population of people watching.
Yeah, I mean, and not only that, but the desire for other great coaches to come and want to change programs.
Right.
With the situation with Ed Reed, we know what's going on with Ed Reed and
right
now. We trying
to
sort it out. And it's the same thing. So Eddie George is at Tennessee State right now. Decided to be the coach of Tennessee State. Those are things that, Deion was really the first person to sort of step out and say, yeah, I'm going to do this and I'm going to invest my money and my time to turn a HBCU program into what it's supposed to be. So, I mean, I believe that there's going to be a big change in SWAC over the next couple of years.
Right.
And I know, and like you said, you were a big part in turning Texas Southern's program around. Do you plan on going back at any point?
If God lead me there, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I would love to go back there, coach, whatever I'm needed for, whatever my calling is, that I'll definitely come back to TSU. It's a great place. It's home, Like, I just feel like just being around the coaching staff that's there right now, they feel that make it acceptable for people to come back. So I don't feel like out of place or anything like that. So yeah.
Absolutely, man, and that's the thing is that their pride in HBCUs, is low. But that's
Right.
the thing, like even no matter what situation, no matter what condition it's in, man, you gotta have pride in where you come from, what we built, and what we have our hands in. You know what I'm saying? That's the primary thing. I just mainly think that there has to be education. How can we know to support programs that we don't know exist?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing. Once people start understanding HBCUs and knowing that the programs at HBCUs, that the programs that we have at HBCUs, the business programs and everything like that, are on par with PWIs, right? The
Right.
main thing is the more people go, the more people apply, the more money goes into that system, and the more we're able to actually support these schools and get them where they need to be. But the best of us have to be willing to make that move, right?
Right.
And by the best of us going and making that move, everybody else is going to follow because we know our people are followers.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to do what we see the big dogs doing, right? That's
Right.
why when Deion went, now you got other NFL coaches coming and wanting to coach HBCUs. Our people are followers, but you need the big dogs got to make the moves first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Unfortunately, but on that now you've gone from played your last season at TCU. Probably your best season at TSU so far.
Right.
Now you've declared for the NFL draft.
Right.
Now, what was that like for you? What was the days ahead like for you? What did that time look like? Like, give me like a 3-day you declaring and after. What did that look like for you?
So of course, our season ended kind of tragically. A hard loss to Alabama A&M. So right after that, the whole bus ride home, you just thinking like, man, what's next? Mm-hmm. So you just take a little time for yourself after the season. Let your body heal and just come back to yourself. You got to take time to yourself. A big problem in the world is mental health with athletes. Not too many people talk about that, especially with males. So it's definitely a depressing time. I can speak for myself. I'm not sure if other athletes go through it. I'm pretty sure they do. Right after that, not knowing what's the next step. I'm the first generation to make it this far, and sports, college, those things. So I'm just trying to wing it on, ask for advice from people who's around me. So it's been nothing but a blessing, for real. I just wake up every day, work hard, go to the weight room. I got a track coach, got a strength coach. Just try to, better myself every day. So it's nothing too difficult about that. I just try to keep everything simple.
Mm-hmm. And so this next step, what are your expectations? What are your hopes after declaring for the NFL draft? What is it in the back of your mind? What is it that you want? Is there a team that you want to go to? Is there a spot in the draft where you think you can go? What exactly are you looking for on the next level?
And let me go ahead and start by saying that people gonna have mixed feelings. I'm a Cowboys fan, man. I'm all about the Cowboys,
You're one of them.
So that one of them. No, but that'll definitely be a dream come true. But I'm blessed and thankful for anything, man. So whatever team that decided they wanted to take a chance on me, give me an opportunity, I'll definitely take it. I'll love it. I wouldn't be a Cowboys fan no more. And I'll go with it. I work hard every day. I deserve it. Draft wise, whatever happens. If I ended up having to be a free agent, wouldn't mind. I swear I work just as hard either way it goes. So somebody open the door, I'm not gonna close it. So I'm just ready, man.
Oh, for sure. And what do you think your top quality is that you would be bringing to a franchise? What do you think you bring to the table?
Oh, I'm selfless, man. I'm real selfless. Whatever they need me to do, I'll do it. No questions asked. Be on time, weight room, film study. Great leader in the locker room, and that's where TSU had. I made a big transition at TSU in the locker room. That's where you have to start at, because you can't have a coach ran team. They got to be a player ran team, and I just feel like, you know, just a natural leader. I don't try to force anything. People just naturally gravitate towards me. So it's just the thing that some people have, and I got it.
Yeah, I mean, and finally, who do you think? Who would you say played the biggest role in you making it to the place where you are now? What would you say was not only the biggest factor, but the biggest person involved in you making it to where you are now?
Man, it's been so many people behind me. I can't even say one person. You know, of course, you got my parents. They definitely was a big part of everything. You got extended family at my old Blinn college. You know, when I at JUCO, my high school coach Blake Router. You know, he did a bunch for me too in high school, and even transitioning to TSU. Derek Matthew, my linebacker coach there, he had a whole bunch to do with my success on the field too. So it's not just one person that I can just say, oh, that person, you know, really got me here. It was a whole collective effort from everybody. And I can't even say it was myself. It was all them.
And at one point, did you feel like, yeah, this is possible? I mean, I can go to the NFL. I can get drafted. At what point did that become real to you?
Uh, Honestly, it's always been a dream. So I never just like thought about it until my senior year. Like, okay, now it's time to, you know, double down and see what's really gonna happen. My coach, Derek Matthew, I just mentioned at TSU, he really got my mind going, you know, hey, look, this is what you need to do, this is how you need to play, this is what you need to start looking at. And, you know, from there, just having talks with him, he like, hey, it don't matter what school you go to, you got a ball. You
Mhm.
know, it don't matter what level you played at. At the end of the day, you gotta strap up them pads and, you know, get on the field just like the next man. So the place where you play football at, whether that be NAIA, D1, D2, D3, HBCU, PWI, it don't matter. You know, it's ballers everywhere, and it's
Got to them up every.
I seen the best athletes in junior college who never made it D1. You know, so it's just you got to be on the right path. You got to do everything right that's asked of you, and you got to just stay blessed up, man.
For sure. And now, I'm gonna ask you about two more things. First thing is those tats, bro. They're fire. Where'd you get them, and why?
Oh man, I got them from my city, man. I got them from my city. I got my mother name. Hold on, here it's at.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't even see it. I tried to flip it in the camera. Nah, that was my first tattoo right there, man. My mom, I was about 17 years old, 16, 17 years old, came home with the sleeves on. I said, Mama, I got something to show you. She said, what? Let me see. Showed her the tattoo. I mean, I must have got the worst cussing I ever had. And then I flipped my orange. She seen her name. She just started crying. She was like, oh, I love it. Yeah, man.
Hey man, hey, I won't be getting any personally, but they look fire,
Oh,
bro. I
yeah, for sure.
had to ask about
Yeah, they Texas City made, man.
them. For sure. Now the second thing I'm about to ask, you a Q.
Oh, man, big Q dog.
When did you know going in that that was something that you were gonna do this
I
year? That
didn't know anything about Greek life, man.
you knew nothing.
Actually, I didn't even mention them. They had a big role to play with me being at TSU too. You know, they helped me a long ways. You know, with places to stay sometimes, things to eat, clothes to wear, uh, just meeting new people, networking, finding me places to go on campus to be successful. You know, like they played a big role. You know, I got a nonprofit organization with my father. It's called I Just Want to Grow Up, where we help kids around Houston. Actually, it don't matter what area, and we do a bunch of things from book drives, pop up shops, 18 and
Come on,
younger.
Hoop, you ain't even telling me about this,
Hey
man.
man, look, it's just be on the top of my head, you know. And actually that kind of drove me to want to be a Q. They do a whole bunch of things in the community, and I was already doing that, so I was like, okay, maybe I can add to that, or they can add to me, you know. So it's just been a positive thing in my life to where I just took it to the next level, and they took me to the next level. And even the program with my dad, like that's thriving.
it's getting bigger every year. We help kids with free haircuts, back to school drives, and it's a number of things that we do, activities in the community.
Hey man, see, we're gonna have to get you in contact with Miss Rush, the owner of BEM Corporation, so that we can support you guys, because that's the very thing that we do here at Black
Right.
Marketplace. Those are the kind of things that we want to support. So we definitely have to get with you and have a conversation about that.
Oh, yes, sir.
100%. Now what's crazy is that my my uncle, he was a Kappa.
I feel sorry for him, man.
My uncle was a Kappa man, but one of his closest friends, Juan McGinnis, is what he was a Q dog as well.
Okay,
so
okay.
we see the mix up in there, but at heart.
Yeah, it's love everywhere, man.
My uncle, they smooth with it.
Yeah, I say that they are evil stepbrothers. Yeah, man.
Hey, bro, I appreciate you coming on, taking the time out of your day to come on the show and speak to us. We're so glad we got a chance to have you. We appreciate you accepting our invitation to come on. We're not finished talking because we have to bring you back so that we can strictly talk about your foundation. I don't want to grow up is what it's called, or I just
want to grow up.
I just want to grow up. That's what we're going to come bring you back on. We're going to talk about that. I'm going to get you in contact with Ms. Rush so we can figure out how exactly we can support you and get your foundation spread out more, get it spread out more, reaching more states and different things like that. We got a lot of things working. People, we got things like the BEMP certification coming. We got the Black Heritage Enterprise Marketplace. We got a marketplace that's going to be dropping people. We got the ad book that's going to be dropping. We got a magazine that's going to be dropping. People, you need to be paying attention because this man right here next to me, he going to be in it. We're going to get him in. Yes, sir.
Hey, what you say?
We appreciate y'all tuning in. We had a great show. Amen. We appreciate you coming on and giving us a good show.
Yes, sir.
We're going to make it happen again. We're going to have to bring you back on, have you talk about the foundation, get it out to more people, because these are the very things that we want to support. This is what we like to call Black excellence, my people. All right. We appreciate y'all coming on, taking the time out of your night. So without any further ado, we're going to let you go. You guys have a blessed night. Tariq, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Blessings
Thank you.
and favor.
All right.